I have the great pleasure now of being joined by two very special guests, Endocrine Society President, Dr. Henry Kronenberg. Thank you for being here. And Gary Hammer, who is the chair of ENDO 2017. So you gentlemen have been working tirelessly to put together a great meeting for this year. Talk to me about what is new.
Well, there are many new things. We had the good fortune this year of having a task force that advised us about what was right and wrong about the Endocrine Society meeting. A lot right and a lot that we are continuing. It remains the place where the newest basic and clinical science in endocrinology is presented for the first time, and that's why people come, to do that and to meet their friends and to network and meet new people. That's always true, and it will always continue to be true. Having said that, there are a bunch of new things that we're trying this year, partly guided by that task force's encouragement for doing so. For example, one of the new things we're doing, and it's particularly close to my heart as a basic scientist, is that we are, for the first time, having a session in which several experts will give talks about big data and how the computers make it possible now to sort that out, whether it's for deep RNA and DNA sequencing, or it's for giant databases that clinicians use for understanding epidemiology of what's going on in different diseases. After the symposia talks, there'll be hands-on sessions where people bring their computers and with some faculty members get a chance to try out some of the programs that they've heard about in the symposium. And so we're very excited about that as a learning by doing kind of new event at the Endocrine Society.
And was there something that you wanted to add to that?
I think I'd like to highlight, in addition to the big data session, which is going to be fabulous, is our interest in really highlighting the interactive nature of endocrine science and clinical care. I'd like to highlight that, and I think one of the ways we're doing that is it so happens that the endocrine surgeons, the American Association of Endocrine Surgeons, are here in Orlando for their national meeting at the same exact time. And we have worked hard to organize joint formatting with sessions that are shared between both groups. So some Endocrine Society members will be going to the AAES meeting and vice versa to do some shared programming in terms of the endocrine and endocrine surgical care of our joint patients. And that should be very illustrative and we hope informative for our constituents. I'd also like to highlight that we have worked hard on trying to create innovative programming to spice up the meeting and give a variety of formats to present data and present clinical information. And I think examples of that are a number of debates we have designed with endocrinologists, endocrine surgeons, endocrine scientists to debate a given topic. For example, two titans of endocrinology, Dan Drucker and David Nathans, will have a debate about the management of type 2 diabetes. There's already been a Twitter war on this about various sides of the argument. We have a variety of, shall we say, quick presentations where, almost like a reality TV show, presenters are asked to present their work and describe their research or their clinical trial in one slide in 3 minutes. And this will be done both in what we call the knockout rounds, which is more of a fun, friendly competition of sorts, and in the science hubs on the actual exhibit floor, where poster presenters are given unique 3-minute presentations to tell their story in a quick format. And we hope that those kinds of presentation formats create a more interactive format for the meeting.
Absolutely, it'll spice things up. You talk about this idea of collaboration. You even have people outside the field coming.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the fact that the presidential plenary session that I'll be introducing involves people who are going to be telling us about the role of the microbiome in nutrition and endocrinology. You know, the microbiome has become understood really as an entity. All the organisms in our gut our skin, everywhere else in our body, each with its own agendas, really, partly to help keep us healthy. Cause disease, but also keep us healthy. And there have been some pioneering work done. One of the speakers is a gastroenterologist, that's Jeff Gordon, and one is a infectious disease specialist, Marty Blazer, each of whom has really pioneered in the microbiome area. And they'll be coming to talk about nutrition, diabetes, a whole series of ways that the microbiome interacts with endocrinology.
And when you talk about there's new research and new clinical trials that are being presented.
No, absolutely. We're very excited this year to be highlighting a whole series of clinical trials that have recently been published or are about to be published, whether they are industry-sponsored trials in the endocrine space or investigator-initiated trials. We think that this year really highlights some of the cutting-edge work being done across our discipline, be it diabetes, metabolism, osteoporosis, endocrine cancers. That should be very exciting to get those updates and, in a sense, early access to this new emerging data in the clinical space.
So there are some fascinating plenaries that people should make a point to attend.
And I think the plenaries, which are very exciting this year, also highlight the interdisciplinary nature of our field. The plenaries this year span the gamut of endocrine science and how it interdigitates with other disciplines. Steroid abuse in the elite athlete, the evolution of steroids and hormones, oxytocin as a hormone of social bonding, and the biology of gender and the care of the transgender patient should be a fascinating discussion as well.
Well, I'm sure everyone who's coming is going to be excited. This is going to be a very successful meeting. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.